What about skin discoloration and so on?
Well, that's a very good question also, because the skin discoloration, we developed special color for it, which is green. And we know that every time there's any kind of skin discoloration, green light helps to remove them, but green with ice. And here's an important part. If we
But
put
the key thing is the ice also.
ice,
So,
and also if we put any kind of antioxidant before we make the ice. So let's say if there's any kind of issue with the liver, we can use vitamin B12, let's say, or any kind of supplement.
Right.
And when it freezes, then it becomes a much, much more effective to use the green light. As you know that each light color, like let's say red, the
red
blue
is stimulation.
stimulates the
blue
face.
is,
So when you use the red light
sedation.
with the ice, it gives you a completely different texture. So when you use the red light, and you
the
would
light
blow
goes
it,
through the
light
ice,
goes
right.
through the ice, and as
And
soon
the
as
ice
you put
contains
it,
the information.
the ice
So
contains the information
on
that
the wavelength of the light,
Absolutely.
you're sending information to the body. So with this, you're actually programming something new into
you're
it.
constantly programming, you're exercising and rejuvenating. That's why we made 3 different colors. As we mentioned earlier, the red light is to open up the arteries.
Yeah.
But imagine if a person wants to go on before to put the makeup on or before, and she wants to calm their face down. If it suddenly gets too red, that's why we developed the blue light. The blue light on the ice calms the face completely. So if any woman or man have swollen eyes, swollen cheeks, swollen anything, if they use the blue light directly, it will calm the face completely down. And very important to know, we always work on our face, but it's not just the face that we can work. We can actually work all the way to the neck area to rejuvenate everything. And as you know, as soon as one cell gets an information, rest of the cells start to fall into same synchronization and pick up this information. That's why when we just rejuvenate the face, it's not just the face that gets the rejuvenation, but other parts of the body.
But the degenerating or deteriorating cell always has a memory of when it was a healthy, normal cell.
Absolutely, and
So
that's why we need to constantly use it.
You're triggering the memory
Right,
also
we're triggering
to
the memory.
go back to
Right.
where it was. So you actually bringing back the biological age of the cell.
I work with many women post-surgery as well, who have things and
Yes,
issues
yes.
done. And when they have sensitive skin and pain, this also helps take away the pain. So if you've had work or you have very sensitive skin,
blue helps
the
take
blue,
it. Yeah.
the blue will not only help the swelling, but also if you have pain or you have very sensitive skin, there's so many people dealing with issues with irritation and redness and just bad allergies to things to the air. This will help calm that, will help your pH balance, and will help the pain. It's truly will help take the pain away. Well, first of all, you have the ice, so it's already shrinks, but it's the light is helping the ice penetrate through all those layers, and that's the fascinating thing to me because we're just so used to dealing with 1 or 2 layers possibly. This is truly penetrating, so the same effect it's doing on the swelling and the pain on the outside, now it's taking it all the way down. So if, again, wherever you have kind of irritation or puffiness, including your neck, so it's gonna help, for those of us that get this, it's gonna just put it wherever you need it on your body and you'll feel it. So red is the most vital one, for me anyway, for women, because I want to make sure it's going to help my fine lines and wrinkles here. I want to make sure I don't get, the little...
So you're saying the red will deal with the fine lines?
Yes. It'll deal with the skin, it'll deal with the treatment aspect of it, so that I don't have to use that much cosmetics. I mean, I have a cosmetic company, I love the thing, but it's also nice to treat your skin internally. So it's treating you not only in the surface, but it's going through all the layers.
Right.
Not only the top layer that anyway gets washed off. So I want to make sure that everything underneath, I mean, we all want a visual competitive edge. I'm going to fight the aging process. I'm not going to stop it, but I certainly want to fight it. And everything, including by the eyes. For so many of us have droopy eyes, have swelling underneath our eyes. It will make a huge difference. And, aren't we worth a couple of minutes a day?
So when we use the green light, what else happens? Because we know the red was sedating, the blue was actually... the red was stimulating, the blue was sedating, and now the green, which is in between those two colors, then,
The green really is ideal if you have sun damage, if you're outside a lot, if you have H spot, you've got liver spots, and things like that. The wonderful thing about not only using the light, but also the ice, when you put the whole process together, you know, here's like the little, here's what you get. You have this, and this is what you fill with water. You put this in here. Prior to, this is water. So basically you fill this with basic, you know, with water. But also in here, you can put your favorite antioxidant, your favorite cream. So whatever you want to already use, so whether it's vitamin E or any, you know, or fish oil or whatever it is that's going to help you, even in any kind of medication that you might have, you can really put it in there. It will accelerate. Then you put the water in there. When you, I'm going to show you because the whole process is important. So here's the whole thing. You get this, you fill it with water and your favorite, you know, you can like put a little hole in your vitamin, put it all in there. Then you have this little plastic piece, okay? Let me get that. You have this little plastic piece and this little plastic piece, okay? This part goes into this plastic piece and you kind of put it through. So you see it's like an upside down ice cream. You put this, I relate everything to food. So you put this in here, you let it freeze, okay? Once this freezes, when this freezes, this is what you get. Then you're going to get this whole same thing, and you're gonna just, boom, take it up. So now it's an upside down ice, you know, pull it out, and this will be your ice. So it's very simple, so you can do it, you know, do it yourself, put it in the morning, then you put your favorite light. So here we are now with the green. If you have anything like the sunspots, if you have the sun damage, if you have the redness, because I know I get redness often just going outside, this is going to help.
Including the aging spots.
The aging spots, the liver spots, any kind of skin discoloration. Some women who take birth control, you know, they get like little dark spots. This will help that as well because, again, it's balancing your skin. It's sending the messages deep down to saying, no, we don't need these colors. It's not what we need. And don't forget, it's not just for your face. It's use it on your hands. So many women have a lot of age spots on their decolletage.
I was just going to ask that, but it can use it all over the body.
Use it anywhere you use it anywhere you like, a little ice, you know, and it'll help treat and stimulate many areas. So wherever you might have it, whether it's your decolletage, because often it's your hands that give away our ages and our neck. So we want to make sure in this area. So just, you know, I would say get a couple of, you know, 2 of these and have at least 2 things of ice so you can have, you know, you can use it double-handed, but
you can keep exchanging.
You know, I always like excess, so whatever works. But you only need a few minutes. I know that the green, I mean, basically once the ice melts, and you don't even need to wait for the whole ice, but the ice is going to melt, so it's a good idea to maybe have a little washcloth. I mean, because it is, your body is warm, the ice is cold, it's going to be melting on you as it's stimulating and doing its job. So have a little bit of something to wipe it down with.
Yeah, but definitely when you wipe it down, don't dry your face completely.
Because then you take everything off that you did.
That will penetrate through immediately, and that's actually the penetration of the water that starts to rejuvenate everything, because that water is with information of structure. So that's the biggest thing that we really accomplished, is to figure it out how we can, you know, most people talk about structuring water, which, you know, we spoke about water so many times. It took me 10 years I work over 10 years with water. Therefore, here's a completely different approach to structuring and putting information into the water. It's to put the direct antioxidant and freeze it. And there you have the whole structurization process and the information staying inside of the ice.